All right, race fans, welcome to TurnLeftTV. Be ready for some high-speed action tonight. Step on the gas. All right, race fans, welcome to Cali. This is TurnLeftTV, and I'm your host, Heath Johnson. The High Octane Racing League Buschwacker Series hits California. That's right, we still have it here. Even though it doesn't exist in real life, we still have the track, baby. It's race number 2 of the season, and it's an 80-lapper here tonight. It is a fun track. I don't know why they tore this thing down, man. I'm sad. But let's get after it here tonight, man. Who's going to win? Who's going to take home the victory? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to watch it right here on TurnLeftTV. Well, it's early in the season, but California could be a big one. Race number 2 of the season tonight here at Cali. It's an 80-lap race. Let's get this party started. All right. Hey, wow. Thank you so much for coming in here to TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here tonight. Got a good one for you, man. California. I'm your host, Heath Johnson, broadcaster, commentator here at TurnLeftTV, and it's an 80-lapper here tonight. This great 2-mile oval located in Fontana, California. At least the remnants are. There might be some pieces that are still there, but they're building a short track there, I believe. Maybe that one will be great. This one was awesome. Appreciate you guys coming in here and joining me tonight here on TurnLeftTV. Looks like got a little bit of a hiccup here. We got about 9 minutes left to go, actually, in this practice session, so we're running just a little bit late. Tonight's race is brought to you by EliteHostingUSA.com. If you are interested in an rFactor 2 server, there are 3 self-managed server packages for you to choose from. How about some WordPress hosting, online store hosting, DPS hosting, or shared web hosting? Those are available through EliteHostingUSA.com. That's who provides our servers here at HighOctaneRacing.net. Don't forget to head over there. You get a quick link to our Discord server. That's where we do most of our business. And also you get updates to point standings, schedules, quick links to the TurnLeftTV broadcast as well. Again, thanks so much for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and please smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live. Share my videos with all your friends on any social media platform where you can share YouTube videos. You're more than welcome to share mine here at TurnLeftTV. And again, thanks so much for people coming out and watching the races. Really appreciate it, man. I love when I see people interacting in the chat as well, and telling me that they go back and watch those races again and again. Over 500 videos here at TurnLeftTV now. Let's take a look at the track here at Auto Club Speedway, California, located in Fontana, California, or at least it was. 2 miles, 4 turns, of course. Banking in the turns, 14 degrees. That front stretch, got a little tri-oval area there, a little mini tri-oval area. Banking in that area is 11 degrees. and on the backstretch at 3 degrees. This is a lot of fun, man. Good 2-wide weight racing here. It's a little bit tough on tires, and I think it's a little tight on entry here tonight too. So you're going to have to be on your game to manage to keep your car up front here tonight. Take a look at the schedule here in the Buschwackers series. Of course, this is race number 2. Next week, man, switching gears, baby. We'll be at Iowa Speedway for a 145-lap race. That's a fun track. Going to be some great racing there, man. Just a little under a mile in length. And it's a fun track. New Hampshire coming up on June 21st. Finish up the first half of the season at Nashville on June the 28th. See Chicagoland, Pocono, Indy, Richmond, and Michigan for the back half of that season. Got some more racing headed your way this weekend. That's right, more Cali racing. The Saturday Night Thunder will be there for race number 1, the first race of the season. And that is going to be an 80-lap race, of course, in the Cup Series. So a lot of fun there on a Saturday night. Final race of the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series is tomorrow at 2 p.m. That's Saturday, 2 p.m. And it's a 50-lap race from Toronto. I got June the 1st up there. It's actually June the 7th, 8th. Sorry about that. Fire the guy. Tough Trucks will be in action at Daytona. Oh boy, 70-lap race coming up on Tuesday, June the 11th. It's race number 7 of the season. Daytona, a lot of fun, baby. So that's going to be a lot of fun in the High Octane Racing League Tough Truck Series. Some guys in the chat session there. Givaldo kicking us off here in the chat session. So best of luck to Givaldo tonight. These guys getting ready to go to the qualification session very, very shortly. About 3 minutes left before we hit qualifications. Take a look at the standings here. Whoa, what happened to the standings, bro? Work in progress. Work in progress, man. Let's see if we can't get another way up here. Man, I'm messed up here. Woo! Should have checked that. See if we can't get that on there, man. Sorry about that. You know how this works, man. It's a work in progress. We'll get the top 10 there. Sorry about that, man. Wow. Had a little bit of a change of routine here. All right, man. Dana Grover with a big win last week is the points leader. JJ shown in the second position. Artur Vieira third. Todd Robillard fourth. Benner Silva sits at that fifth position. See Dennis Udichin, Julio Caligari, Tiago Gomez, Yomar Peixoto, and Gordon Carter rounding out the top 10. And there's P11 through 16. Ubaldo heading up that second page. So some work for some of these guys to do, that's for sure. And that's the point standings there. Wow, what a rookie operation we got going on here, man. So these guys are going to the qualification session now. Two laps of quals here at California. Two-time laps. And, wow, man, this is going to be an interesting one. I tell you what, track position is going to be pretty big here. Track position could be a big one. Big factor here tonight as we see Franco Alvarez coming out of the gate. He did not show up, did not make the first race, so he's starting a little bit behind the eight ball here this season. He had a hot date, huh? Anthony Palermo is out on the track first in that 5X, or excuse me, he's in the, what's that, 8X? I should know my cars since I painted them. So he's in the 8X. His first race out with him, with us here at HORL, at least in the stock car, so welcome to him. $41,975 for Palermo. Take a look at DeFranco Alvarez and see where he lands. $41,048. He's to the top of the grid. How about Dana Grover here in the 89? Let's see what he's able to throw up there. Not throw up, but, you know, put up on the board. Stanley at the top of the grid with the 12 car. 40.972. Gordon Carter second. Alvarez third. Pierce shown in fourth. As Jair Leveda is fifth so far. Dana Grover in the 89 in his first time lap. Bardelli Jr. down at the top of the grid. Peixoto got a good run. He's in third now. Danica over there, a little bit of work to do in sectors 1 and 2. Now he's going to have to leave it up to a good exit here for in sector number 3. Down the front stretch. 41.228, a little bit of work to do there for Dana Grover. Right now, P10. Take a look at Gelson Neto here in a 63. Right now shown 14th on the grid. He didn't have a time lap in. 40.729 is the target time. Let's see where Gelson Neto quits this car. 40.895. Neto up to P5. Got another lap in him. Thiago Gomez in the 9X machine. See where Thiago lands. Ben Silva still has yet to throw down a timed lap as well. So, Ben Silva going to be fast in that 5 car. Thiago also another fast race car driver, one of our Brazilian drivers. .095. So right now, 9th on the grid for Thiago. Got a couple guys that look like they've lost their connection. They'll be coming back in. Gelson Neto finished up his. Ben Silva, not sure whether he's going out here. It might be starting in the back. So he has not got a timed lap in. So it looks like qualifications are over. Ben Silva not going to qualify. He's going to start in the back. All right, these guys are done with quals, and they're in the section where they give the instructions to the race car drivers. So they're in the drivers' meeting right now. Again, thanks so much for joining us here on TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you being here tonight, and let's get this party started. All right, welcome back. Qualifications are over. These guys are, well, there's technically about a minute left in the quals, but these guys are going through the drivers' meeting, and they'll be headed over to the warm-up session very, very shortly here, next minute or so. We'll give you the qualification results once everybody gets back in. Well, we can take a look at my keys to the race. Here at Cali. Own the high line. Seems like the high line is definitely going to be the place to be. Be up on that wheel, manage that throttle, save the tires, and make good pit stops. Pit road speed is 60 miles per hour tonight. That's 96 kilometers per hour, so that's quite a fast pit road speed. So it looks like these guys have finished up the qual session. So while Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 19 gets P1, Gelson Neto qualifies in P2, Franco Alvarez third, Todd Robillard starts in the fourth position, Artur Vieta starts in fifth in the 4 car, Gilmar Peixoto in the 71 car starts in P6, John Stanley will start 7th, Gordon Carter 8th, Thiago Gomez starts in the 9th position, and Dennis Udichin starts in P10. Steve Pierce will start in the 11th position, Jair Oliveira 12th, Anthony Palermo, his first race out, starts in 13th. Givaldo Spindola 14th. Benor Silva starts in P15. We got a couple guys there have joined late, so they'll be making up, looks like 16th, 17th, and 18th. So we've got about 8.5 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. And again, I want to say thank you so much for coming in and watching the race, whether it be live or on replay. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so. And then smash the bell. You'll get updates of when races are going live, when I have updated or loaded a video. And again, I appreciate everybody coming out, watching the races. Love to have this channel and have a lot of fun with it, man. We couldn't do this really and come back and do this each and every week if it wasn't for your support. Well, picks tonight. Woo! Well, my pick tonight, I got it in. It's official. My pick tonight is Claudio Bardelli Jr. He's in there getting pictures taken and kissing the pretty girls for his P1 quali. Good to see Darren Holloway. Fireball Flash, of course, he's out on the track here. Hammer in here as well. See those guys out. And Gilmar is on, so he's going to be in the race here tonight as well.
Cause this is gonna be a great show. Heath Johnson saying all you need to know. We got fast cars racing, hopefully you're racing. Are you ready for some high-speed action? Step on the gas. Alright. Race fans, my heavens. My heavens. Buschwackers. Nascar, Indy, GT3, iRacing, Racing League, iRacing, Racing League, iRacing Racing League.
Well, we got about 2.5 minutes left to go here in the warm-up session. Man, I about choked on my own gum. Don't chew and broadcast at the same time, bro. Good to see Andres Valles in here. Best of luck tomorrow in the IndyCar Series final event. We've been out doing some practicing. Try to see what we can do about getting some a little bit more rubber down on that track here after the race tonight. I'll get some rubber down on the track here so you guys have a little bit better grip. Speaking of the IndyCar series, now I've got June 1st. It's actually June the 8th. That's tomorrow, the final race of the season. It'll be in Toronto, a 50-lap race. Racing starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Steve Pierce telling me to read some odd facts, maybe some odd science facts. It's funny. Told those guys I didn't have enough time. I didn't have enough material for a bunch of caution flags here, so hopefully these guys behave themselves tonight. And it looks like we are about 30 seconds away from switching over to the command to start the engines. All right, boys and girls, whoa!
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All right, here we go. So you guys ready for this one? This is going to be a fun one here at Cali. An 80-lap race here tonight. Race number 2 of the season. And let's take a look at the starting order. Claudio Bardelli Jr. in the 19 starts in P1. Gelson Neto starts in the second position. Franco Alvarez and Todd Robillard start aside or in row number 2. Starting in row 3 will be Arthur Vieira and Gilmar Peixoto. Row 4 will be John Stanley in the 12 and Gordon Carter in the 56 car. Row number 5 will be Tiago Gomez and Dennis Uderchin. Dana Grover, Steve Pierce start in row number 6. Starting in row 7 will be Jair Oliveira and Anthony Palermo. Joalo Spindola and Benor Silva start row number 8. Row number 9 is Giulio Caligari and Lucas Lorenzetti. So a lot of action going to unfold here, I should say, in a really short amount of time. My keys to the race here. Own that high line. I think the high line really is the place to be here. You can definitely make some moves on the low line. You have to work with somebody else too, but be up on the wheel. This thing can get a little bit loose. It's tight in, loose off. Throttle management is key, especially when those tires start to wear out. Save those tires, however, and make good pit stops here tonight at Cali.
green flag, go, go, go.
And we're off here at Cali. Mordelli Jr. on the inside line's got to have Franco Alvarez just behind him. Bardelli Jr. getting that high line, or excuse me, that low line to go. Now he dives up to the high line there, leaving Franco out to dry. Left Franco out to dry. Gelson Neto now in the second position, that 63 car. And Franco down to the inside. You see Claudio is playing both sides of the court there, and going down to the inside through the turns. Robillard and Alvarez are battling side by side. Robillard up on the high line. You see Archer Vieta also in this mix. John Stanley right now running in P6. He slid up the track just a little bit. On board here with John Stanley as he's running behind Archer Vieta. Vieta running in the 5th position. Stanley in this Tim Horton sponsored Ford running in P6. And you see Alvarez now starting to use that high line. If anybody's going to use the high line, Franco Alvarez is going to have that figured out. At Bass Trackers. Bass Pro Shops Tracker Chevy. Oh, Stanley down to the inside. That thing might have got a little bit loose on him. Stanley down to the inside, and they're starting to get a little racy behind him. Dana Grover to the inside. He's trying to get around Gilmar Peixoto. Oh, it's tied it up right there. Gilmar Peixoto. Peixoto to 71. On board here with Dana Grover. He's running in P8, and Peixoto running in a 7th position. That got tight. He's starting to get a little racy there behind him. See Dennis Udichin, Gordon Carter, Jair Oliveira. And that battle there heating up as JJ gets by, but JJ now going to the outside. Now diving down to the inside. He's got a run here on the 47 car. Thiago Gomez ducks out of line there, goes down to the bottom side. Oh, starting to get a little racy here. Starting to get a little racy. Might have been early, but they're getting racy. Thiago Gomez trying to weave his way up through the field here on the bottom line, and he has to tuck in, and Givaldo just behind him at 68. Benor Silva also trying to get through. And they are getting racy right now, boys. Look at that. That is some crazy good racing right there. You got the fence in the way again. Take a look at Givaldo to 68. Benor Silva just ahead of him. Givaldo using that outside line. The 9X with Thiago Gomez also on the outside line. Anthony Palermo in his first race out in the 8X car. Has the 3X and the 9X behind. So a lot of these new driver cars out on the track tonight. Good to see the new drivers out here. Take a look here is Jair Oliveira and Gilmar Peixoto. JJ in the 17. Getting by the 71. Hey, that's the palindrome. There's a palindrome right there. Oh, it's the 47 that gets into the wall. 47 got into the wall, but we got a palindrome happening. 71-17. These guys both rolling up on the 89 car. JJ way up the track. Wow, that 17 got way up the track. The 9X, Thiago Gomez is the 68. Givaldo Spindle up the track. 51, Steve Pierce in this mix as well. Those guys get a little racy back there. That's Palermo in his first race out. He's figuring it out, man. He's trying to figure out how to get around some of these guys. And who to trust, who not to trust, who to work with, who not to work with. And the 9X right now running in the, oh man, the 9X getting close together there. Right now, Anthony running in the 14th position. This guy still knows the tail up front, and that is Claudio Bardelli Jr., Gelson Neto, Todd Robillard, Franco Alvarez, and Arthur Vieira rounding out the top 5. John Stanley running in the 6th position. So we got about a 5-car breakaway. As now the 90 starting to duck out and see if maybe he's got to try to keep that engine cool. Maybe trying to figure out if somebody's going to go with him. And he and the 83, Franco Alvarez, side by side, coming off the turn. Dana Grover there leading that duo. 89 and the 12 working together here to try to close back in on those race leaders. Ben Silva's had some trouble here. Not sure what's happened to Ben Silva. Take a look. He gets way up the track right there. Whoa, the 5-car. 5-car does a great job of keeping this thing from coming around. Man, he got way up the track. Wow, watch this. I mean, he just climbs up the track, smacks the wall, and then does a great job of missing the cones. If he would have crossed that timing line, probably would have got a speeding penalty. So we missed the commitment line there for pit road. Wow. Gordon Carter, Gilmar Peixoto battling it out to 56. Gordon Carter on the inside line. And the 47 of Dennis Udichin just ahead. And Carter's going to pick up that spot as Peixoto now falling back. Now running in P10, and he has got the 3X on his outside. Caligari trying to get around. Oh, they got tight right there. Wow. Caligari in the 3X machine and the 71 of Gilmar Peixoto just about made contact. Look at this, Jair Oliveira in the 12 car. Excuse me, in the 17 car. Battling the 3X. So JJ on that inside. As Giulio Caligari in the 3X is up on the outside line. As you watch that battle here, look at this. This is a battle up front. Battle up front. We got battles all over the track here as the 19 is starting to run away a little bit. Franco Alvarez and Gelson Neto having a little bit of a fist fight. As we take a look at these battles all over the track. And Gelson Neto got up the track, and that's 71, and it's still not over. Excuse me, Gilmar Peixoto, I should say, got up the track. And Peixoto in the 17th position now. That car is got some damage, some right side damage he's going to have to get taken care of. Shown in P17, so he might have to get down pit lane and get this thing taken care of. Maybe hoping for a caution flag. And it's starting to get a little wild up here as Gelson Neto and Arthur Vieira are battling. Arthur Vieira is ready to make a move, and he gets around the 83 of Franco Alvarez. He got around Neto and now gets around Alvarez. So Arthur Vieira is on the move. And he wants to run down Claudio Bardelli Jr. Anthony Palermo and Jair Oliveira. Oliveira into 17 to the inside. Palermo in that 8X Toyota on the outside line. Giulio Caligari in that 3X in this mix. Oh! also the 68 of Givaldo Spindola. And Palermo trying to do the crossover move. As JJ up on that high line, still battling. Palermo's on the inside. And Palermo might have him cleared to that 8X car. Palermo is now. Oh, JJ's going to run anymore. He gets into the back of him. Contact. These guys starting to get after it now. Starting to get a little racy. Speaking of getting racy, look at this. Archer Vieira now closing in on the 19. Those guys working together. They finally got it figured out and ran down the 19 car. We got a new race leader. That is Archer Vieira. Mario Bardella Jr. back to P2. Franco Alvarez third. Gelson Neto fourth. Todd Robillard is fifth. Now Robillard's out there kind of by himself right now, and he wants to see these guys get racy. That'll help him out. We've got a 4-car breakaway. 17 laps in. Starting to think about maybe making some pit stops here fairly soon. Take a look at Benor Silva. He's in the 5-car. Silva to the inside of Givaldo Spindola. And Giulio Caligari is following Silva. Caligari in the 11th position now as he gets around Givaldo. Givaldo now back to the 12th position. So we got a 4-car breakaway. P5 running out there by himself, and that is Todd Robillard. And so we're starting to see, I tell you what, I moved the camera at the wrong time. Looked like have a change in position, P2, P3. Go back and take a look at that. See Alvarez into the turn, goes down to the bottom line, has a great run, used a little bit of the draft of the 19 car, and picks up P2 as the 19 now back in P3. Take a look at here. This is John Stanley, Gordon Carter, and Dennis Uderchin all running in a pack, closing in on Dana Grover. Grover running in the 6th position. Uderchin is in 7th. Gordon Carter 8th, and John Stanley 9th. Rounding out the top 10 is Benor Silva. So 4-car pack here on lap 20, and we're going to start seeing some pit stops, I believe. We are going to start seeing some pit stops here very, very soon. So Deuce does look like we have a lot of drivers coming down pit lane. See the 68. Givaldo Spindola on pit lane. So a lot of drivers choosing to pit here. Here on lap 21. Guys staying out a little bit longer. Look like maybe Todd Robillard's come down pit lane as well. The 4 and the 83. And we're going to have a change of position here. The 83 wants to lead some laps. He's battling that 4-car. The 4-car working on the outside line. As you see Givaldo finishing up his pit stop. Good battle with those guys off pit lane. Alvarez getting this thing wound up. Also, Arthur Vieta. Whoa! Arthur Vieta was carrying a lot of speed. Whoa, boy. Arthur Vieta was carrying a lot of speed as he peeled off the track. And I don't know, man. I don't know on that one. This is that pass a little bit earlier. This got a little wild coming down pit lane. Take a look here. As you see it right there, Vieta says, hey, buddy, I'll use the outside line, but I don't know. He might have got caught speeding. That was fast. We go back to live here as we do see Franco Alvarez. He's got about I think Vieta is coming back down pit lane. That's what I think. And he is. I think he got caught speeding. Arthur Vieta speeding. So Arthur Vieta having to do a drive-through. Devastating there for Arthur Vieta. Just trying to get that extra little bit on pit entrance. You saw him swoop around on the outside of Alvarez and just knew that he was speeding. So Arthur Vieta now rejoins the racing surface. That's Franco Alvarez, a 2.8 second lead over the field. Mordelli Jr. now second, Neto third, Robillard fourth, Uterchin up to P5. Now that group there, P5, on back, pretty tight running here as Dennis Uterchin in the 47 leads that pack. Dana Grover is in the 6th position, John Stanley 7th, Benor Silva is 8th, and you see Dana Grover, John Stanley, and the 5, Benor Silva, all going down to the bottom line here. And Uterchin's going to have to tuck back in on the board here with him as the 5 car gets by. Alvarez still holding on to that lead. 2.8 seconds. 2.7, 2.8 seconds there for Franco Alvarez in the 83 car. P2, 3, and 4. Led by the 19 of Claudio Bardelli Jr. We got still maintaining that gap. However, Anthony Palermo dropped out here. Not sure what happened to him. He's retired his machine. Tough break there for Anthony in his first race out. Not sure what happened to him, but he's on pit lane right now, and he's retired his machine. Take a look at this. Givaldo up the track. Whoa, Givaldo! Way up the track there as Gilmar gets by. Take a look here out of Gilmar's machine, and Givaldo smacking the outside wall. And Gilmar's going to get by. Givaldo tucks in, but wow! Givaldo got way up the track there on that one. Cameraman just fell off the camera stand. Dana Grover on the outside line. Benor Silva on the inside. John Stanley also on that inside. Down the backstretch. And John Stanley is going to pick up a spot there in that Tim Hortons sponsor number 12 Ford. And that puts Dana Grover back to the 7th position. Jelson Neto drifting up the track there, leaving the door open for Todd Robillard. Robillard. Oh, man, those guys are about to get together. Robillard on the inside. Gelson Neto tucks in. And Robillard in the 90. Gets around Neto. Robillard now in P3. Givaldo and Steve. So Spindola versus Pierce. So this one, Steve Pierce and that Captain Morgan sponsor machine up on the high line as Givaldo gets by. And Steve Pierce going to try to maybe cross him over. Givaldo still up battling on this high line. Steve Pierce working his inside line. And Givaldo, you know, he's got some right side damage. And the 51 car gets by. Steve Pierce on the move, now in P12. Captain Morgan, sponsor number 51. Now the trick will be to hold on to that. And look at that, Givaldo back to the inside. Steve Pierce up on the outside line, going to give him a lot of room. This battle is for the 12th position. And Givaldo's got a little help. And it looks like Gilmar Peixoto going to try to get through as well. Dana Grover and the 47 of Dennis Unichin. Nose to tail there, but Dana Grover going to pick up a spot as John Stanley up on the outside line. John Stanley way up the track, giving Unichin a lot of room. And those guys are battling now down the backstretch.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We get a yellow flag. It looks like the 68. Looks like Givaldo's come around here at our first caution flag of the night. 32 laps in. Almost got to halfway. Take a look and see what happened here as Givaldo up the track, smacking that outside wall. Now we saw that he had, oh man, I'll tell you what, Steve Pierce had a mirror full, or a windshield full of that. We saw that Givaldo had gotten into the wall earlier, so you know that car was boogered up. Take a look here again. Steve Pierce on that inside. You see the Artevia had gotten by, but Givaldo smacks this outside wall and then comes across the front of that 51 car. And I'll tell you what, Steve Pierce had a look at that one, didn't he? He had a look at that one. All aboard here with Steve Pierce. The mirror kind of blocks it. And then right there, the 68 going by across the front of that 51 car. So Givaldo just got up the track. I mean, he just climbed up the track. He'd already hit the outside wall earlier. And right here, hard contact, and then slides across the track. And Steve Pierce does a great job of being patient and getting through that. And Artur Vieta, I think that might be the caution flag he wanted to see. We're on board here with Artur Vieta. And you're going to see a whole lot of that 68 sliding through. And that was a good news for Artur Vieta because he was at the tail end of the lead lap. As we're now to approaching halfway, not quite there. Got a little ways to go. First caution flag of the night. So these guys will be making pit stops. High Octane Racing League Tough Truck Series will be in action. A 70-lap race on Tuesday, June the 11th. It's race number 7 of the season, and it is Daytona, baby. Be a lot of drivers out for this one, so it should be a good race. And that's the High Octane Racing League Tough Truck Series on Tuesday, June the 11th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It looks like Alvarez has said, hey, I'm coming down pit lane, boys. I'm going to lead you down pit lane. Well, pit stop's underway. As you see Ben Silva ducking into his pit stall. Bardelli Jr. is, Alvarez might have had a little trouble getting in his pit stall. Alvarez might have had some trouble. Well, he gets out ahead of the 19, however. Good battles there coming off pit lane. Camera guy can't figure it out. Robillard, a lot of time on pit lane for him. He has lost quite a few positions. He's now back to P9. Now, Dana Grover is the race leader, but he will be coming down pit lane, so he's getting some laps led points. A little bit of a risky move. I mean, you get yourself back in traffic. Opened yourself up for, not being able to hold on to that lead pack or get back up to the lead pack. It also opens up the possibility that there's going to be an incident and you'll get caught up in it too. So, a little bit of a risky move here by the 89 car. He is still out. Right now, as they stand, assuming Dana Grover does not go into pit lane, it is Grover, Alvarez, Bardelli Jr., Vieira, Carter, the top 5. Oliveira, Silva, Uderchin, Robillard, and Stanley rounding out the top 10. Robillard lost quite a few positions on that pit stop, now finds himself back in the 9th position. Said he had some damage he had to get repaired on that machine. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series will be back at action tomorrow. It's actually June the 8th. I've got the date wrong on that. It'll be the final race of the season, 50-lap race at Toronto. And Alexei Salviev all but has that championship trophy handed to him, so he's got the championship sewn up. There's no doubt about that. But it should be a fun one there at Toronto, and that's coming up tomorrow on June the 8th, actually, 50-lap race at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As we do see Dana Grover coming down pit lane. So, I don't know, man. I kind of feel like I probably would have pitted on that first, after leading, I would have pitted on that first lap back around. But he is going to start at the back. As Franco Alvarez, now the leader, has elected to take the inside line. That puts Claudio Bardelli Jr. up on the outside line. The 83, the 19, the 4, the 56, the 17, the 5. First 3 rows. This is the time of the race right here on these restarts that if you see caution flags, you see them piling up. So they're going to be really, really patient here as they get ready to go back green.
Green flag, green flag.
All right,
go,
back
go,
to
go.
green. They fan out behind, about halfway back in the pack. They are fanned out. Gordon Carter in that 56 car. Just ahead of him is the 17 and the 47. Gordon Carter going to run behind that 47 car. See if he can give him a little bit of a shove. Down to the inside. You see the 17 on the outside line. 56 and a 17. The 5, Ben Silva in this mix. The 90 of Todd Robillard also in this mix. There's Franco Alvarez, part of a 3-car breakaway. Gordon Carter's got Ben Silva all over the back of him right now. Ben Silva on board here with Ben. He is trying to figure out how to give that 56 car a shove. And Unichin has broken away. Just a little bit. He is climbing up onto the back of the P1, P2, P3. This guy's starting to get a little racy there, and that's going to spell good news for the Toyota of Dennis Unichin. Unichin now closing in on the back of these guys. Now got to wonder here. Just be patient. Just be patient. A lot of laps to go, and Gordon Carter across the infield. Gordon Carter hard into the inside wall. And this car is absolutely destroyed. Gordon Carter, no caution flag. Can he make it around? The 56 car, big time problems there for him. Wow. What happened to Gordon Carter?
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
We got a yellow flag here. As Gordon Carter could not make it around to the pits. And Gordon Carter had come across the track. Not sure what happened to Gordon. We'll take a look and see what happened here. The 56. There was some battling going on there with the 17 car. Oh, and he maybe tried to slip through, and he got clipped by the 17, and then, oh, wow, hard into there. We missed the impact of that. Holy smokes. As you see the 56 on the inside. As he's trying to come across and comes across the nose maybe of the 17. And it's, wow, man, that was so close to try to squeeze that in there. And then the 5, man, he makes it through somehow. But then Gordon slamming into the wall. He comes off track. So back up here, let's take a look. Man, hard lick. Gordon Carter now out of the race, but that was a hard lick. board here. On board here with Ben or Silva. And there was contact there. And then hard look, you see a hood flying. So I told you what I tell you. Cautions breed cautions. All right, looks like Givaldo Spindola is the race leader. Dana Grover second, Tiago Gomez in third, Vieta fourth, Bardelli Jr. is fifth. So cautions breed cautions. What'd I say, man? High Octane Racing League Saturday Night Thunder will be in action right here tomorrow night in California. Race number 1 of the season. And it's an 80-lap race. Should be fun in those Cup cars. So the Cup boys, the big boys, the Saturday Night Thunder in action tomorrow night. And that is at Cali, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got 4 cars out of the race. Oliveira, Carter, Palermo, and Lorenzetti. Palermo, Lorenzetti, new drivers to HORL, and good to see those guys out. Lorenzetti actually DNF because he didn't have his pedal wasn't working in the game for some reason. All right, looks like Givaldo going to come down pit lane. All right, looks like Dana Grover on the inside line in this 89 car. Arthur Vieta will start up on the outside line. Bardelli Jr., Franco Alvarez will be P3, P4. Man, this would be a big win if Dana Grover can get another win here this week. Trax VR guys will be going cray-cray. Looks like Jair Oliveira has retired his machine, so he's sort of unsuspected there. So Grover has elected to take the inside line. And we'll see how these guys fare. We're 14 cars into the race here, just past halfway. 2 caution flags here. Take a look at the schedule. Next week we'll be at Iowa Speedway for a 125-lap race. New Hampshire follows that on June the 21st. That's my grandma's birthday, by the way. Nashville Speedway, Super Speedway, coming up on June the 28th, first half of that season. So the pace car will be coming down track this time, or down off on the pit lane. Off the track, on the pit lane.
Green flag, go, go, go.
And here we go, back to green. 89 did not quite get the jump I think he wanted to get, as the 19 car all over the back of him right now. Oh, into the back of him again. You got to be careful there. Franco Alvarez a little wiggly there coming through the turn. As Vieta clears these guys. This is the time of the race right now where you want to be really, really careful. Everybody says, hey, man, it's go time, but you are just past halfway. A lot of racing to go. Things play out right. We'll have some more green flag pit stops. Franco Alvarez, Benor Silva side by side. Benor Silva in the 5 car, the 12 of John Stanley and that Tim Horton-sponsored Ford just behind him. And Dana Grover now vying for the race lead. Dana Grover gets around Arthur Vieta and takes the race lead. These guys are racing right now, man. Wow, a lot of racing to go. John Stanley in the 12 car looking a little racy. Dennis Uderchin just behind him. Uderchin trying to figure out where he wants to go. He dives down to the inside line behind Todd Robillard. And John Stanley up on the high line. This guy's starting to get super racy. I think Uderchin might be coming around. Oh, no! Big time crash. Big time crash. Uderchin starting to come around. I saw that. And oh, boy. We got a couple cars involved. Looks like Gomez is involved. And wow. Awfully racy. Uderchin had gotten around John Stanley. Take a look here. Uderchin in that 47 car. He might have gotten into the back of the 90 right there. Oh, he does. Right there. He gets into the back of the 90, tries to hold on, and the 3X has nowhere to go. That's Caligari. Jelson Neto gets caught into that, and the 9X also. This is just a big pileup right there. Oh! The 9X hard into the wall, and then the 47 up against the wall. Also, Gilmar Peixoto, he has got some big-time damage. It does look like Uderchin had just gotten into the back maybe of Robillard right there. And it broke. It comes around, and the 3X has nowhere to go. 63 plows through, and then the 9X hard into the wall, but Peixoto is going to get into the wall hard as well. Peixoto is, that car is just absolutely annihilated on board here with him. This is going to be a hard hit for Peixoto. It's going to be unfolding here in front of him, and he just has nowhere to go. Right here, all piled up, and then straight into the wall. Man, that is a hard lick there, and he has blown his engine, I think. And Peixoto has retired his machine. Looks like the 9X has got some big-time suspension problems as well. He's trying to get this car straightened back up just to get it around the pit lane. So, boy, man, we had a long green flag run. I piled it back up, and I told you when that when that caution flag came out, that first caution flag, I told you, cautions breed cautions. Start piling guys back up here in packs, and they start getting a little bit racy, a little bit too early. And that's what we see. As we do see some guys coming down pit lane now. Arch, if you had to lead that charge down pit lane. See the 90 coming off pit lane here, and looks like he wins that battle off pit lane. Maybe just did a 2-tire stop. So Robillard in the 90 is our leader now. Bardelli Jr. is second, Silva third, Grover fourth. John Stanley comes out in the 5th position. Some of those guys on pit lane taking a lot of service here because of damage. Jelson Neto, Caligari on pit lane for quite a while. So now 5 cars out of the race. Peixoto is the latest victim. And that car was absolutely destroyed. Robillard in the 90 is the leader. And Bardelli Jr. is second. Silva third, Grover fourth, Stanley fifth. Vieta will start in the 6th position. Steve Pierce will start P7. Giulio Caligari, after getting damage repaired, will start in the 8th position. Thiago Gomez on pit lane. Looks like he's probably going to be there for a bit. That car taking some pretty extensive damage. Pretty hard hit there for Gomez, and he is on pit lane. So pretty long pit stop here for the 9X, and there we go. He's coming back out now. He is shown 2 laps down. So this guy's going down the backstretch. So it looks like a Robillard maybe wants that inside line. That puts Bardelli Jr. up on the outside line. If that's the way it shakes out. Robillard actually messaging Bardelli Jr. saying, "Hey, which lane do you want?" He was going to give him whatever he wanted there, but Robillard takes the inside. So it puts Bardelli Jr. up on the outside line. Silva will start on the inside row 2 alongside Dana Grover. John Stanley will start inside row 3 with Archer Viet up on the outside line. Steve Pierce will start in row number 4 on the inside, with Giulio Caligari will start on the outside line. Now, again, sort of the same old here. We talked about how critical it is that you're patient on these restarts. And things can get really, really dicey here if you get too aggressive. You don't want to more caution flags. Pace car off. Here we go. Getting ready to go back green.
Green flag, go, go, go.
Back to green here at Cali. Benor Silva all over the back of that 90 car. The 90 drifted up there a little bit. I don't know if I'd leave that door open. As the 90 now diving back down to the inside. He said in the practice session that the car was a little tight getting through the turns. So into the turn and then through the turn as the 5 car now down to the inside. Benor Silva diving down in that Camaro, and he is going to try to get this spot. He might have the run he needs and slides up in front of the 90 car. Benor Silva to the front. Battling there for the 3rd position would be the 19 and the 89. The 4 of Archer Vieta is in this mix as well. And they're back to side-by-side up front. Robillard way up the track there, coming off the turn, and that gives Silva the room he needs to be able to slide back up in front. Bardelli Jr. in 3rd, now diving down to the inside. Great racing here up front. The 5, the 90, and the 19. The 89 and the 4 close it back in. Oh, there might have been some contact there with the 89 and the 4. Might have been a little bit of contact. As Grover going up to the high side. As Archer Vieta trying to work this inside line. It's got Giulio Caligari just behind him in a 3X machine. The NASCAR BR sponsored Camaro. Archer Vieta trying to get it back around the 89 car. It looks like he does. We're on board here with Archer Vieta. He's starting to close in on the leaders. He has got a head of steam right now. Man, that got crazy right there, didn't it? Take a look at this. Just a few moments ago, Vieta to the inside of Dana Grover. See Grover on the outside line, and Vieta way down on the inside, going to try to do a slide job here on Grover, and then he does pull off that pass. Caligari looking at trying to get around as well. Now back to live here as Grover held on to that spot, and Caligari lost the spot. Now trying to reclaim it here as the 12, John Stanley on the outside line.
Yellow.
And we got a yellow flag here as we were watching. Another yellow flag. Ugh. And that was Caligari there. So we were watching a little bit of a replay. And the 3X in the fence. Take a look here as Giulio Caligari and John Stanley. Side by side here as Caligari on the outside trying to get through. Right there might have been some contact. Nope. Missed at that. And that's still too early to see. Caligari to the inside of Dana Grover. Gotten around John Stanley. Oh, right there. Man, that was hard contact. Like Grover came down across the front of Caligari and maybe did not realize that he was there. And Alvarez gets caught up in that as well. Back up here as we're on board here with Caligari. Right there's contact. Oh, man. And, John Stanley had a look at that as well. On board here with John Stanley. And you see, watch that action there. So it looks like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So a little contact right there just in front, and John Stanley slips through. Jelson Neto as well, he was able to slip through there. But the 83 car got caught up, and Neto gets through. But the 83 got caught up in that, looks like. On board here with Franco Alvarez, you see that contact with the 3X and the 89. Whoa, they're waving hi to one another right there. Again, you see that entry into the turn. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, I think. Caligari came up just a tad, but I think it's probably about 70 on Grover on that one. You go back here and take a look at Alvarez in the 83. He got caught up in that. Now finds himself back in the 7th position. Our race leader is Benor Silva. So late another caution flag here with it looks like we got 20 to go. As the 90 is the leader, Givaldo Spindle is shown in second. Now Thiago Gomez 2 laps down, and he's hoping that maybe the 90 comes down pit lane, so he's going to be able to get a wave around in that 9X car. Gomez is 2 laps down. Giulio Caligari is on pit lane. And finishing up his pit stop, coming back out on track. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League Tough Truck Series will be back in action tomorrow night. Tuesday night. What am I talking about? Tuesday night. June the 11th. That is race number 7 of the season, a 70-lap race in Daytona. Should be a lot of drivers out for this one. It's going to be a fun one. Daytona, always a fun race, and the Truck Series should be exceptional. So we are looking to be here. Look, we got under 20 to go. And we had almost the first half of the race under green, and we've had a few caution flags. So you got to start thinking here. Do you have the fuel to make it to the end? And I'm assuming you do, but these guys will. It's going to be one of those situations where it's all take and no give type of situation. Now you got Silva in the second position. Bardella Jr. is third. Vieira fourth. Neto is fifth. We got a lot of fast drivers up front here. Dana Grover in the 89 is in P6. And we do see the 90 car coming down pit lane, so maybe he is saying, hey, I'm going to give up some track position here. And maybe they do have to come back down pit lane at some point. So Todd Robillard is going to come down pit lane. And he's looking at maybe topping off with fuel here for a green flag run. That's a little bit of a risky move, in my opinion, given the situation with the caution flags. And that gives Silva and Bardella Jr. side by side for this restart. The 4 and the 63 will be side by side there, row number 2. 47 and the 89 will be in row 3. Row 4, Caligari and Alvarez. You get some other guys, I think, that are on pit lane. Stanley, Spindola, Robillard, Pierce, and Gomez. As they get these guys lined back up, as they catch the tail end of the field. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to go green this time by.
Green flag. Go, go, go.
And we're off back to green as the 19 on the inside, the 5 on the outside line. And Bargelli Jr. leading that inside charge. Benor Silva up on the outside line in the 5 car. I think we've seen that the inside line, at least initially, is better, but the outside line will work. It just seems to take a few laps to get kind of rubbered in there and or get the tires rubbered in to get that thing to go. As the 19 now firmly in P1, as the 5 in the second position. Nose to tail there, the first 5 cars. Franco Alvarez on the outside line, running behind 47 of Dennis Judichin. Alvarez running in P6, Judichin in the 5th position. Alvarez going to the outside. Alvarez out of the throttle there, but through the outside line. He's starting to make some moves now. Got to be careful there on these colder tires. This guy's going to drift up. You put yourself up against the wall, and bad things can happen. Is Alvarez continuing to move? He is on the move now. Bargelli Jr. undoubtedly sees the progress that Alvarez has made because he's right behind him right now. Wow, look at a whole... That's a little bit more than we wanted to see there, pal. He's all up in our grill, or we're all up in his grill, one or the other. This guy's still getting after it. Caligari might have made contact with the wall. Gomez retired his machine. Caligari in the 3X car. See, Dana Grover has filed back a little bit. Oh, Grover into the outside wall.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Oh, we got a big crash. There's a 3X into the wall. So the question has been answered. Are we going to see another caution flag? Yes. Take a look and see what happened here. Oh, the 12 car got into the wall, comes across. I don't know whether he got hit from the back end or what. Gelson Neto got caught into that. Looked like maybe John Stanley had gotten into the wall. Right there, came off the wall and gets into Gelson Neto. And then, Caligari gets into the back end of John Stanley, and Caligari hard into the wall. Caligari hit hard. Right there, he has nowhere to go. Gets into the back of the 12, and then, just head on into the wall. Let's take a look here. This is Gelson Neto getting hit. Now, Gelson Neto got turned around on this one. Right here is Stanley came off the wall, got into Neto. And Neto slamming into the wall there. And Robillard had a look at that one, that's for sure. I'm board here with Robillard. He got into the wall as well, but right here, across the front of him. And then Caligari hit hard right there. Just slamming right into the wall. And Judichin made a great move getting out of harm's way. There, Judichin, everything opened up for him, and then that all unfolded behind him. He did a great job of getting through that. So it looked like maybe just the 12 car had gotten up into the wall. Yeah, right there, and then jumps across. Just hits the wall, comes across, and he got rear-ended there. He's able to sort of get the thing straightened back up, but some other guys got caught up in that. All right, Claudio Bardelli Jr., the leader. And I had a feeling, man, it's just as racy as guys were getting there. And, you know, the number of laps we have left, I had a feeling we'd see another yellow flag. So we're going to be about 10 laps to go once we get ready to go back green here. Once we do go back green. Take a look at the schedule here. Next week we'll be at Iowa Speedway. We're at the third race of the season, 125-lap race there. And then New Hampshire Motor Speedway coming up on the 21st. 28th will be Nashville Super Speedway. And then back half of the season, we see Chicagoland, Pocono, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Richmond Raceway, and then the final race of the season will be the Michigan race there on August the 2nd. So I don't think Bardelli Jr. came down pit lane. I may have missed it if he did, but I don't think I saw Bardelli Jr. on pit lane. Get a lot of guys out of the race here. Caligari out of the race now. Gomez out of the race. 7 drivers have been involved in accidents. I mean, when accidents happen here, man, they are huge. I will say that Lorenzetti had an issue with his brake, so he wasn't able to get that figured out. Whatever it was, when he got on track, the brake wouldn't work. So a couple of those guys in their first race, or Palermo in his first race here in the Buschwackers series. Lorenzetti, I believe, has raced with us before one other time. So it looks like Bardelli Jr. says, I want the inside line. That puts Alvarez up on the outside. Vieta and Silva will start side by side. Udichin and Grover also side by side there in row number 3. Steve Pierce, Todd Robillard make up row 4. And it looks like Spindola and Stanley will be row 5. Take that back. That looks like that's going to be Neto in row number 5. So it looks like Bardelli Jr. taking the inside here on this restart. Alvarez, you know he's going to be fast. He wants to get around and take this lead. Well, a couple really cagey veterans. Actually, you're looking at the top 4 cagey veterans all up here together. 3 Brazilians and an Argentinian. We got a Ukrainian and a Canadian in the top 6. How about that? International flavor. American drivers are going to have to step up, baby. U.S. drivers are going to have to step up on this in this series. And Bardelli Jr. using a little bit of using all the track there and clearing the 83 car. So Claudio Bardelli Jr. the leader. Archivieta in second. Unichin now up to the 3rd position in the 47 car. Benar Silva on the inside. Oh, it's getting tight here. These guys got to be careful. We'll see another caution flag. Silva now side by side with Alvarez, and Silva all over the back. That was Vieira all over the back of Bardelli Jr. Oh, no! Boy, they were sideways there. Silva and Unichin got together. Unichin got sideways off the turn. And Silva all over the back of the 47 car right now. Unichin in that Toyota. Boy, this will be a huge win for him. Benar Silva is in 4th. Unichin 3rd. Benar Silva's got a run here. Oh, down to the inside. Benar Silva to the inside through the tri-oval. Backs off. Archer Vieira all over the back of the 19 car. I think he's going to be patient. He's going to be patient. Franco Alvarez now back to the 6th position. Steve Pierce in the 51 car. He's running in P7. Oh, he drifts way up the track there. 51 goes up the track. Almost got into the back of the 86 car. Excuse me, the 83 car. Wow. Steve Pierce got way up the track there. And now Dana Grover and Steve Pierce side by side. Givaldo Spindle in the 68 car. Alvarez might have lost his connection here. Alvarez, not sure what happened to him. Let's take a look. Might have been some warping going on.
Yellow.
It looked like he gotten kicked. And Steve Pierce might have come around. Spindle off the pace. That car is absolutely blown up right now. There is no hood on that car. We've seen a couple hoods out here tonight coming off the cars. Let's take a look here. They are 3 wide. And it looked like Pierce had come down across onto the 68. Man, that was a hard lick there. My gosh. Take a look here. Again, just meeting in the middle there. And then the 68 backing it into the fence. Coming down, and maybe he was trying to get behind the 89. Board here with John Stanley. And those guys getting together there behind him. Let's take a look, see what Dana Grover saw. Man, that was a hard lick right there. See the 68. Coming down the straight, the 51 also coming, 51 coming down, the 68 coming up just a little bit. And all taken, no give. So what looks like Givaldo in the 68 on pit lane taking some service. Now, some of these guys did not come down pit lane, so you're obviously you're looking at probably a green-white checker here as we get ready to go back green here shortly. That puts Bardelli Jr. and Vieira there 1-2. It looks like Silva and Robillard will start 3-4. Neto and Grover will start P5, P6. Now, it does look like Utichin as maybe he came down pit lane, not sure, but I think I probably would. I mean, if I'm going to be in the back like that of the lead lap cars, might as well take some fresh tires and see what you can do with them here in the 2 laps. So I do believe we're going to be seeing a green-white checker here, if I'm not mistaken. Don't forget the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. Actually, tomorrow, June the 7th. I put June the 1st, but it's June the 7th. It'll be the final race of the season. Starts at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and they'll be in Toronto for a 50-lap race. That's the High Octane Racing League IndyCar Series. I want to say thank you so much for coming in and watching me here on the YouTube channel. Man, we've had a few caution flags here in this back half of this race, haven't we? I told you, cautions breed cautions, man. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Share my videos with all of your friends, no matter where you can share YouTube videos, any social media platform that'll allow that. You're more than welcome to share my videos here. Thanks to all those folks that come out each and every week and watch the videos. I have 500 videos now online here at TurnLeftTV, and thanks to all those subscribers as well. Appreciate you guys being here and watching the races. We got a green-white checker headed our way here tonight. I almost threw away the green-white checker flag. Oh wait, there isn't one flag, is it? It's a green, it's a white, and then it's a checker flag. I got it, man. I'm not really that new to racing. Just a lot of Agent Orange back in Nam, man. So a little green-white checker here, as I was hoping we weren't going to be seeing that tonight, but nonetheless, it is what it is. Last week we had a green-white checker. This one we're looking at a green-white checker as well. Waldo on pit lane. Waldo now 2 laps down. Steve Pierce will start in the 9th position, and he is the last car on the lead lap. So Bardelli Jr. takes the inside, puts Vieta up on the outside line. You see Benor Silva will start inside. 90 of Robillard starts on the outside line. 63 and the 89 will make up row 3. Uterchin and Stanley row 4. And Steve Pierce, the last car there on the lead lap, will start in the 9th position in row 5. Started out with 18 drivers here tonight. We're down to 10. 2 of those guys had some controller issues, I believe. And then the war of attrition, I think, for the rest of those guys. So a green-white checker. Key here is to get a good start. Some of these guys did not come down pit lane, so that puts a few laps on these tires. So Uterchin just lost his connection. What a tough break there for him, man. He had a good race going. He will end up finishing in 10th, I believe, assuming that Givaldo is able to get his car back out.
Green
Looks like
flag,
he does.
go, go, go.
It actually might not be enough time, so Uterchin might end up finishing in the 9th position. Bardelli Jr. and Vieta side by side. Vieta is in the gas on that high line. That high line has been at a disadvantage. Oh, boy, they're close. Disadvantage all night long, and this last restart, not any different. Bardelli Jr. now climbing up to the high side, leaving Benor Silva out to dry. But Vieta now working the outside line. He might have what he needs to be able to get around. Oh, and they're into the wall. Silva's into the wall. Bardelli Jr. Bardelli Jr. is going to end up winning this race. We think Bardelli Jr. will end up winning. So Silva came around. Right there, Silva came around right there. Then, oh, caution flag comes out. Man. He's drifted up the track. He got into the 90. And then, oh, Neto gets into him. And Bardelli Jr., the leader, when the caution flag comes out. So Bardelli Jr. will end up winning this race. Not the way he wanted to win it. I know he wanted to race it out. So Bardelli Jr. in the 19 gets the win. Oh. So great job to him. Somehow, he seems to be able to get that car where he wants it to be and get victories. So great job to the 19. Because we had to get a quick little screenshot there. That was a messy race. It was a great race early on, but then it got absolutely messy after that. And what a shame, too, because it was a really good race there early on. And I think the guys that exited early probably did themselves a favor. Let's take a look at the final results here tonight. Claudio Bardelli Jr. gets the win. Archivetta finishes in second. Robillard finishes in the third position. Dana Grover finishes in fourth. John Stanley takes a P5 in that 12 car. Steve Pierce finishes in sixth. Vitor Selva finishes in the seventh position. Late race issue there for him. Gelson Neto finishes in eighth. Givaldo Spindle in ninth. And Dennis Udichin with that late race disconnect finishes in P10. Finishing in the 11th position is Franco Alvarez. Julio Caligari finishes in 12th. Thiago Gomez 13th. Gilmar Peixoto finishes in the 14th position. Jair Oliveira finishes in 15th. Gordon Carter 16th. And Anthony Palermo finishes in 17th. Lucas Lorenzet finishes in P18. The green-white checker situation. So getting some word that Claudio cannot attend the interview. So congratulations to Claudio on getting the win. He's not going to be able to make the interview here, so we won't hear from him, I don't think. So great job to Claudio. And I think I picked him to win, didn't I? I think I picked him to win tonight. Pretty sure. Scroll back through, baby. That's right. So Claudio Bardelli Jr. wins, and TurnLeftTV picked that, huh? Lucky. Claudio did a good job keeping the car up front and not really panicking when he got behind A-ball there a little bit with that first caution flag, or that untimely caution flag. So great job to Claudio on getting a win. And thanks for joining me here on TurnLeftTV. Appreciate you joining us tonight. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and smash the bell. You get updates when races are going live. That's going to do it for me tonight. And don't forget, we'll be back next week for some great action here on TurnLeftTV. And that'll do it for me tonight. Congratulations to Claudio on getting the win. I am out of here.